Celestial. What are some other words for rehab? I know you want to use the word rehab. Well, let's let you play it.
All right.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. This is your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie, and this is episode 76, and that means we're covering the 1 hour, 15 minute, and 1 second mark, all the way to the 1 hour and 16 minute mark. All the way over taking there. It all the way, Betty.
Baby.
We don't mess around here.
No, man.
And I'm your host, Aaron, and as the listeners have no doubt picked up from context over time, that my co-host and I have known each other quite a while, and really since elementary school, in fact, which takes me back to a time when, at age 12, the three of us and another friend took a journey to uncover the body of a missing boy near the town of Castle Rock, Oregon. And our journey was quite remarkable. It involved a stop at the town junkyard, a narrow escape from an oncoming train, a cool dip in a leech-infested pond, and finally a confrontation with some local teenage hoods. But we ultimately found the body, and instead of trying to take all the glory and be town heroes, well, we called it in anonymously, and we got the body found. And so time passed, and we drifted apart, and today Ryan is a forklift driver at a local lumber yard, and Caleb, well, he tried enlisting in the Army, but was denied due to his poor vision, and he served some prison time, but now does handyman work about town. And our fourth friend, Chris, became a lawyer, but he was killed when attempting to break up a fight in a fast food restaurant. So, I never had any friends like the ones I had back then.
No, and apparently we didn't have any kind of parental supervision back then either.
No.
And now I am narrating it. That's my Richard Dreyfuss impression.
No, I got it.
Okay, great.
That was actually pretty good.
Whoever said you had a fat one, LaChance?
Could it be that the ghost of the iconic moment is our fourth friend who passed away so long ago?
No, I want to think he's the one that was in the we'll get back on this. What, the pie eating contest? Who was the guy? Boom bada boom bada.
Oh, there was a nickname for that kid. It was like
I don't remember. But also, did you say Castle Rock, Oregon?
Yeah.
Is that what it is in the movie?
That's just what Wikipedia said.
Because Castle Rock's in Maine.
Do Stand By Me pie eating. I mean, you'll get it.
At nighttime, Gordy tells the other boys a made-up story of Davy Lardass Hogan.
Okay. No, I'd like to think that the ghost of the iconic moment is portraying the Dave Lardass Hogan character.
Okay.
Great.
Could be. Well, I mean,
so
got revenge.
Yeah, like this.
I see what's happening.
For better or for worse, in Wikipedia, it says near the town of Castle Rock, Oregon.
It must be the movie.
Castle Rock is part of Stephen King's fictional Maine topography.
So either Wikipedia's wrong or that movie took a weird change.
Castle Rock would be
Stand By Me, the film adaptation of the novella The Body, makes a reference to a town of Castle Rock in Oregon. Rob Reiner, the film's director, later named his production company Castle Rock Entertainment.
Got it.
So
Castle Rock
weird artistic choice.
So Castle Rock Entertainment gets its name from this movie?
No, from Stephen King's. Like a lot of his stories are set in Castle Rock or near Castle Rock.
But does Rob Reiner direct a lot of Stephen King movies?
Well, he did several of them, as it says at the end of that sentence. You're saying Rob Reiner specifically himself, not the company. I don't know if he does any.
Because Castle Rock Entertainment is Rob Reiner's production company.
Right.
But it seems like Stephen King would probably be like, hey, that's kind of my thing. Why'd you take that?
I feel like there's probably some collaboration there. I mean, I feel like he didn't just do it without asking. I don't know.
Well,
in honor of the town. Yeah, there we go.
I guess you can do whatever the fuck you want in this world.
God, a lot of ins, a lot of outs.
And that's why we're doing this right here. the Autopod Decepticast.
I
bringing
guess-
it to people.
I mean, yeah, who are we to judge people that take other people's licensed properties and devote a whole thing based on that?
Oh, irony! You're a bitter winch.
Well, this is a perfect time to talk about news.
Dateline, Transformers. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. The Autopod Decepticast has news. Let's go to press.
And by news, we say old news. And by old news, I mean the fact that we're going to be at TFCon Chicago, guys.
Old news in a future time.
That's right, exactly. Presently, we're talking about future news in which the Autopod Decepticast will be at TFCon Chicago
Yes.
in October, that last weekend of October. The dates completely escape me at all
October
times.
26th through 28th.
Thank
Last
you very
weekend of
much.
October.
And what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to have, in addition to enjoying the festivities, we're going to have our own segment.
Yes.
And we are going to be doing what we do best, which is talk about this stupid fucking movie.
Yes, right.
And we're going to be, giving some new, fresh takes on it, and maybe
Yes.
engaging the audience in some new, fun
Perhaps.
activities.
Yep.
So that's happening.
Buy your tickets.
Take the ride.
Jinx.
Personal.
Oh, he got you, buddy. Caleb Carter can no longer speak through the duration.
I mean, it'll be like an episode.
Okay. Are you telling me I don't have to say anything?
I'm saying you've already broken the Jinx code.
Oh, no.
You know what happens when that happens? Bad luck for the rest of the podcast.
Oh shit!
Yep, it's true. Last episode recap.
Yeah.
Daniel saved Spike, Bumblebee, Jazz, Cliffjumper, but probably not Beachcomber from an awful, ghastly, painful death. And Hot Rod got some solid points in on old Galvatron as their battle continues from the inside of Unicron, or Ingester, depending on what version of this story you're following. Right at the top of the minute here, Galvatron's been knocked to the ground. He's recovered. He's on his knees, and he takes a couple blasts at a road-raging Hot Rod here. 2 blasts nearly miss Hot Rod as he does some fancy driving.
Well, they do miss.
Pull some full loop-de-loops inside
right.
of this Unicronian hallway. I mean, a near miss is the same as is a near miss just a
miss?
near hit?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. A near miss would just be like...
There's a George Carlin bit about that. That's not a
right.
near miss. That's a near hit.
Well,
Near miss.
Go
doesn't-
watch that,
Doesn't make
everybody.
any sense to me. Anyway, what's a better?
I think I say it some more throughout this
Awesome.
episode. So, at any rate, Hot Rod continues to drive away. Galvatron transforms at this point into his cannon mode.
Yeah, presumably like maybe to get some better long range like accuracy.
Yeah, I think that's true.
That like I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna say this part that's coming up where he like the explosion assisted transformation.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Do you think he either he actually hit him or got close enough that it forced him into the air and forced him to
I think
transform?
that latter,
at this point
yeah.
at 1:15:13. So yeah, Hot Rod transforms in midair, kind of flips. You can tell it definitely, no matter what happened, it caught him off balance because he lands on his side, and while landing, takes some shots at Galvatron in from his little arm exhaust cannons.
That was always as a kid, and like also even now, I think those are some of my favorite like auxiliary weapons. It's just those arm cannon like that become exhaust pipes. I just like that as a weapon, and yeah.
Let's pay close attention here. I don't know if the animators would have been savvy enough to do this at this time, and he's far enough away you probably can't tell. But you'll recall earlier in the movie he was firing from those cannons, and they each went off in succession.
Oh, in sequence. I don't think you can tell.
If they do that here, we're just going to give it a quick little shot. This might not be worth... I like also how when Galvatron's in cannon mode, he is wearing the Matrix around him. It's dangling around.
Well, it's
his
still
cannon.
around where his head is. Yeah.
So those blasts nail Galvatron.
Yeah, right in the chest.
And what is honestly some of the coolest animated moments, I think, in this sequence here, because just the way the explosions look great, and the way the kind of internal breeze sweeps the smoke and sparks away from the scene.
Unicron
here.
has an excellent internal exhaust system.
Yeah, exactly. He's got you could put a fried chicken restaurant up in the
Absolutely,
sky.
he's got that hood.
It's awesome. So Hot Rod at this point starts racing towards Galvatron again. He flips and transforms into a car again.
Again, excellent use of the alt mode. Finally,
We're seeing lots of that this time, and turns on the high beams. and races towards Galvatron.
Yep, blinding him.
So, yeah, Ryan, as you're saying, that tactic works very well because Galvatron's blinded. He kind of has this grunt or growl of annoyance at this part. Hot Rod drives straight into Galvatron, but this time Galvatron kind of catches him. The force from the impact carries the two, it seems like 10 or 20 feet or so. And what we ultimately end up with at this moment is Galvatron wrestling a car.
Yes.
Yep.
So they keep wrestling around.
And that's really cool, the transformation where they go do a close-up on Hot Rod transforming his head coming out of the chassis and then getting choked.
It's an unfortunate transformation because he essentially transformed his head right in between Galvatron's hands.
It's true.
And at this moment, Galvatron says the words, "I'll crush you with my bare hands."
Yep.
Which is another nice callback to Galvatron as Megatron.
Absolutely.
And even the first fight between Optimus Prime.
And you can hear Hot Rod's throat scrunching.
Metal, like...
Yeah.
Like-
It's pretty brutal. I mean, he's just like choking him out. And what's fucked up is like 100% someone has jerked off to this.
Why would you... What?
Definitely.
Okay.
If a thing exists, somebody's jerked off to it. It's just thinking about the fact
You
that...
could say that about any moment in the movie.
Absolutely, but it's weird here because it's a robot choking another robot, and so somebody's like, oh my god, that makes me so fucking hot. You guys didn't think about that?
No.
The views of Ryan are not shared by those.
I'm not saying I
Autopod
did it.
Decepticast.
I was going to do a joke where...
I'm not saying I came.
I was
No, a
gonna,
little.
Just a little bit, just the tip, just to see how it feels.
I was going to do a joke where it's like, what if it sounded like this when he was crushing him?
Very
That's
good.
that's a solid joke.
Okay, thanks.
I'm glad that you were going to do that joke. Maybe you
I
should.
was. Yeah.
So he continues to squeeze. He continues to squeeze Hot Rod's neck, and there's a lot of struggle there. Hot Rod is definitely having a very hard time. Galvatron says,
Yeah.
"Die, Autobot." Great animation, great shading, lighting effects are on
Yeah,
point.
great
The
animation.
struggle, the twitching of Hot Rod's eye as he tries to break free here in this moment.
I don't like Galvatron's mouth in this bit. He looks like he's like talking out the side of his mouth.
I feel like Galvatron's mouth at this moment looks like it must be a different layer. Of
It does. It
animation
looks
because
it's
it's gray. And plus, I think it just, if you were to pause it at the right time, it would have overlapped his nose.
Yeah, it doesn't look great, but
Hang on.
everything else is looking great.
Pay close attention to it. I think it overlaps his nose. I'll try and pause it.
Do you think? Yeah, it doesn't quite match up with the movie. Do you think they added that back in? Like they had to change something?
I don't know
make it
why you
better?
don't use Windows.
This
where you
doesn't
can go frame
well,
by frame.
This is easier when I'm trying to rewind things for us, but it's okay. And the Windows frame by frame is bullshit.
Disagree.
At any rate.
Anyway, mouth bad. Also, I don't know why we cut here into the exterior. Like, I guess just for flow, like to remind everybody there's a battle going on.
I think that's what it is. I think it's just, hey, we've spent a lot of time on the inside. Now let's transition back to outside for half of a second. To say.
So we're 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 39 seconds in, and holy shit, the Minnow does have offensive capabilities.
That's right. Firing upon Unicron is the Junkion ship, the Minnow. It flies by. Unicron takes a swipe and captures the ship, and then does a full kind of
trash compactor.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that squeezing from the interior where the backgrounds are getting compressed. It looks so good.
Yeah, these illustrations are great. That interior looks great. I love the texture of the paneling.
Oh, I never noticed
inside.
that. That's Unicron's face out of the viewer.
Yeah, absolutely. You see through the window Unicron's face, and I actually did a lot of rewinding and replaying of this to see if the physics behind this made sense, like the way he's holding the ship, and would you actually see his face from that angle? And the answer is yes, by the way. So the way he's crushing it would be compressing the upper and like the roof and the floor more so than the sides, and that is the angle on which you'd see his face. The only
nice.
thing that's a little bit weird, if you're going to analyze things to that extent, is that I would think the Junkion's bodies would be tossed all about and not able to stand in one place.
And as it's getting crushed, you would once again have that sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Foley artist, Mr. Carter.
We should have done that. Unicron takes a
just
wind up and chucks the ship into space. We see shards
Yeah.
of the Minnow just released. You don't see. It would have been interesting if they had put some
Ret-
bodies flailing.
So was
about.
Retgar in there?
And Perceptor and Ultra Magnus.
Okay, are they all dead now?
Well, see, no, they're not. But that's another thing of like, how did they get back down to Cybertron?
That's true. I guess that no Transformers died in that thing, but at least Unicron was able to take it out and keep it out of the battle equation. Back to Galvatron and Hot Rod. The choking continues and is accompanied by a short monologue, which is first Prime, then Ultra Magnus, and now you.
I like how he's like, and now you, whoever you are.
That's true. He has more to say, but that brings us to the end of the minute.
That's true.
Gentlemen. Another fast minute. I feel like these minutes are... There's not a quantity of things happening. There's some big things happening, but it's not really...
When it's mostly action, there's not as much to break apart.
Right. Exactly, that's true.
Except for the Junkion ship.
Which just became more tinier pieces of junk.
The trash, yeah.
According to, I can't remember if it was my script deviation, all of those pieces of Junkion ship should have become their own individual ships, which would have then flipped around and attacked Unicron.
That would have been awesome.
Actually, it would have been... God, you guys, you animators, you just don't know how it's done from 1986.
Well, the animators can't... I mean, you mean the writers.
The writers said it. Hello?
Hi, are you guys still working?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, oops, sorry. I didn't know.
That's okay. How's it going?
Good, I'm headed home.
Cool. Do you like the Transformers Autopod Decepticast?
Oh, this is not Aaron.
This is Caleb. You're on speaker.
We can all talk to you.
Yeah.
But we won't.
You guys are messing with my head.
Could you mind just saying hi to all our listeners real fast?
Oh, hi everybody.
See you later, babe.
Okay. All right, hang up.
Bye. All right, so at this point in the show, I think it's time for a little... Deviations. And generally, I go first. This is Aaron speaking, because my script is... there's some deviations, so to speak, hence the name of the segment.
Thanks.
But they're not as crazy out there as Ryan's, which is a much earlier version of the script. But we're going to jump straight to Ryan, because mine played out pretty much as it did on screen. In fact, the only note that I have is that in that moment when the Junkion ship is being crushed, Retgar has a line, which was omitted, where he says, ashes to ashes, junk to junk.
That's weird.
And that's it.
Ashes.
Sounds like
Because like
accepting his death.
That's kind of a serious line for a jokey character.
Yeah. I think that's actually a pretty cool line.
I don't like it. Ashes to ashes, death to death. Like there's no way to deliver it.
Yeah, all of a sudden he gets just like a Shakespearean type of voice, like out of nowhere.
Ashes to ashes, death to death.
It's junk to junk.
Drunk to drunk is what I meant to say. My name is James Mason.
Are you Bill Cosby?
James Mason. I'm James Mason. Also drunk. I'll talk about my deviations. This is Ryan. This is a short one. I think this is going to be a short episode. Oh no. We're still inside Unicron with Galvatron and Hot Rod fighting each other. Galvatron shoots his hand up between him and Hot Rod, his fingers clawing at Hot Rod's face, digging into his eyes.
Ooh.
Hot Rod socks Galvatron twice, causing him to release his grip. Then Hot Rod grabs Galvatron by the shoulders and starts to snap him back against the wall. Galvatron, struggling, draws a blaster and fires. And here's where I'm like,
where'd he get that?
Does Friedman not know both Megatron and Galvatron have arm cannons? Because they both pull blasters.
That's true.
It bugs me.
I think at this point he's trying to make the scenes mirror each other as much as possible.
I guess, yeah. There's an extent to that, but
he's
it doesn't
still
make
wrong. He never said it.
It just doesn't make any sense. Hot Rod winces as the blaster cuts the side of his face, scarring his cheek. He wipes the scar, then hurls himself on Galvatron, grabbing for him, getting only the bottle containing Optimus Prime's life spark, which hangs around Galvatron's neck. Yeah, because in this one, it's not a physical matrix. It's Optimus Prime in a stupid bottle like a goddamn firefly.
That's right.
And the chain holding the bottle does not break, so Galvatron is pulled up short, and Hot Rod holds him in the bottle. And that's where we'll stop for that minute.
That's interesting.
Even these deviations are getting shorter.
8 more pages.
All right.
And the last page is only about half.
It's counting down. Guys, we're counting down to the end of this show.
Coming down to the
This
wire.
is incredible.
Yeah, no,
so
it
there
is.
will be
It's
upwards of 85 minutes of this show. We are on 75.
That's
76. And I'm going to just, spoiler alert, there's really only 2 and some change more minutes of actual
Goddamn.
screen time.
Yeah, we did the math, and there's 6 minutes and 15 seconds of credit roll at the end of this movie.
So if you have suggestions on how we should handle the credit sequence.
We decided to go second by second.
Yeah.
In the credits.
Yeah.
We're gonna read names line by line.
That's all that happens in the episode. Each an hour long.
We're gonna actually do research on each person that we see their name there.
We are?
You got a mouse in your pocket?
And this seems like perfect timing. We typically do the iconic moments segment, but we haven't. We had to introduce it ourselves because the ghost hasn't been around. Whoa!
Oh shit!
We can.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment.
You know,
Is he? You're back from tour.
Hi guys.
I thought you were so
Holy
busy.
shit.
The tour got cut short.
Oh no. For good reasons?
Partied a little too hard.
Oh really? Wow.
Got into trouble with the local law enforcement.
With Johnny Law?
What's where and what? What are the details of this? I mean, is it? I think I did read a snippet in the paper. Castle Rock, Oregon.
That's right. That's right. The Castle Rock Gazette.
Castle Rock Festival was off the chain. A little
just
too off the chain.
just like Hot Rod wishes that Matrix was.
My lawyer says I can only say certain things about it.
What kinds of things?
Well, yeah, what-
Name one thing.
I apologize for my behavior.
Okay.
All right. Do you?
The judge instructs me that I had to participate in a certain type of rehab.
Oh no.
Oh, I was gonna ask, there's cameras all about us here. There's at least 2 cameramen.
I can't believe we didn't mention it until now.
I guess you're a producer. This guy over here in the corner with a clipboard. What is all this about?
Just pretend they're not here. I'm participating in a reality show.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Paranormal rehab.
Oh okay. Got what? A paranormal rehab.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
name.
first of all, you're in rehab. I guess you developed a drug addiction of some sort, or alcohol, or.
Smoking that weed.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that was something they would put you in rehab for.
It seems pretty mild.
You must have
but-
had a pretty big problem.
Yeah.
Who? So.
Your sheet is stained green, so
So celebrity, what is it called again?
Paranormal rehab.
Oh, okay.
I smoke too much. It's not about the drug. It's about the behavior.
Well, you're working the program. I can see.
Yeah.
Are there any other? I assume there could be many other ghosts on this program with you. Who's the cast?
You got Casper,
Of course.
He always seems so friendly to me.
Slimer,
Oh, he's green.
Eating
He's
disorder.
crazy, yeah. Yeah. And that Mormon guy from Poltergeist.
Okay, great.
I guess I don't recall that one.
Not your problem. My problem. Anyway,
All right,
yeah,
so you're being followed around by a crew
it's a
here.
doc. Yeah, it's helping pay for the bills.
Do you have so you getting kicked off the tour, that was a real problem,
Plus,
a financial hit.
Plus, I'm trying to keep my profile up, and going. Still want to do the rap career. when I
Oh,
get
you're
out.
hoping that's still going to happen.
You
Yeah.
are the Danny Bonaducci of
Gotta stay
ghosts
current.
associated with this.
And that
show.
worked out for
Stay
him.
current.
He's doing well.
Yeah, I gotta stay current, but I'm staying clean. I'm staying clean, and everything's okay. And I just
Oh, wait, what
I
just
try to-
dropped
try
on the
to-
floor here?
Oh.
Oh, that's a. Is that a bag of?
It looks
weed?
like a bag of weed.
That's nothing, man. It just helps me with my boo coma.
Your boo coat.
So it's for prescription.
I gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh,
I'm getting out of here,
wow.
man.
Oh, he just
Oh, get
Huh.
out of my way.
pretty physical for a spirit.
Yeah, I mean, why would a ghost need to have to go through a door? But
Yeah. Well, he had to let, I guess, the crew out. I don't know.
I guess.
They all ran out of here.
I mean,
very silent.
I'm trying to wonder. Like, he should be on an episode of Cops. That would be great.
Dun, 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 dun.
Not that one.
Oh.
It goes to the iconic fighting crime in a
Butcher time.
He's
God damn it.
Oh, there's one thing I hate about the Ghost of the Iconic Moment. Everything just feels so punny.
yeah.
I can't handle that.
That's what you hate about it? Sorry. Not much more to work with there.
So I guess
At least we're one-note character.
let's talk about the iconic moments.
All right.
Ryan, what do you got? What do you
I
feeling?
mean, just like Hot Rod just getting choked is very jarring. Like, again, if we just imagine these as human characters watching, like, I don't know, Serpentor choking Duke to death.
Yeah.
And this is a children's cartoon still.
It is.
Despite the fact that these are not human beings, I still feel like that's pretty harsh.
It's hardcore.
Literally screaming, die, Autobot.
Yeah.
And I think this is a reminder that Hot Rod's been brave. He's delivered some blows.
Sure.
But you are kind of getting that Hot Rod's not as powerful as Galvatron.
He's very
is.
overmatched.
It's very palpable. And if it weren't for the fact that he's going to have some help shortly, he would surely die.
What do you mean?
Oh, well. You'll see on our next recording session.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Caleb, what's your iconic moment?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that. Yeah, the crushing. I mean, it's hard not to say that the choking here is the iconic moment. But if I had to go with something else, I do like the Galvatron catching of the ship, the Junkion ship.
Unicron.
What did I say?
Galvatron.
I do like the part where Unicron is clutching the Minnow and crushing
That
it.
is pretty cool.
It's pretty great.
But you're not going to go with that.
No, I'm going to go with the choking.
All right. So basically, we've described. There's two things that happen in this. Hot Rod gets choked, and then ship gets crushed.
It's all about crushing of things.
How did we turn this into a 30-plus minute podcast?
Yeah, it's a real short one.
All right. Well, I guess that's about it.
That's it?
We're done.
There's no script deviations?
You got to get home.
We did them.
I don't have to leave for another like half hour.
Well, let's stretch this out then.
Oh.
Caleb's face looks.
We've
like
never had this happen before.
Listeners, we're always kind of like against the clock for the moment when Caleb is going to be in trouble with his family.
I would.
his
That
family.
is not.
I like
that is not always the case.
Because the way
That's
it's
very rarely
portrayed,
the
I
case.
like the idea of he gets home and all three of them are just sitting there like arms
They're sitting at the
crossed.
dinner table. Little Harrison just taps his watch with his finger
Andy's there carving a single pea into three pieces.
because they're also
Because we're
poor.
poor.
That's right. I think that's on A Christmas Carol or
Yeah. No,
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I'm not playing along with this one at all.
don't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
We did it for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Well, everybody make way for the reprise of the second best Stan Bush song in the entire movie. And, it's getting close to the end of the road. So stay with us, everybody. Listen to the show. iTunes,
don't
Stitcher,
leave us.
Google.
Don't abandon
Google
us now.
Play,
We're so close.
Don't be like Ryan and get to this.
Right.
Get this
You
close.
know how it's going to turn out.
Get this
and
close to the end of
stop.
whatever it is, and then
That's
stop
right.
listening. There's our social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them at APODcast. And then there's the web presence, autopoddecepticast.com. Ryan, anything good on there? Maybe a
Stand by
pie
me.
contest? Okay.
Some from Castle Rock, Oregon.
That's right. Maybe a picture of you getting off to the choking
being
sound
choked.
of this
Yeah, absolutely.
movie.
I have
Something
several.
that you do. And also, don't forget, everybody, TFCon, October 26th through 28th. Come see a live recording of this sort of variety show version of what we do.
If you think I'm disgusting on mic, imagine seeing my body. Because you're going to see it. I will be recording
Are you
naked.
going to be naked?
That's right.
Just
Only wearing a butt plug.
glistening.
But it's a Transformers insignia, like those bejeweled butt plugs.
Yeah, which one are you gonna have? Are you gonna Autopod? Are you gonna have Autobot or Decepticon? Autobutt. It's gonna be Autobutt.
Oh God, it's an auto butt plug.
Autobutt.
This has been a terrible episode.
We're back to that.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think it'll turn out. I think it'll turn out fine. I think we were just.
I know you think that. That shockwave cocktail, when I made that yesterday while watching American Movie. Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
I haven't seen it in a while.
It's on Shudder, and I watched it probably like 3 times in the past week or so. And man, it is funny and sad.
Does it inspire you to not be such a loser?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm pretty much
I wonder if that guy's
secure in
still
failure.
alive.
Yeah, he is. He's
Okay.
66.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. He was 30-something in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I can no longer pronounce the word coven correctly.
Have you seen the movie?
No.
Oh, do you know what we're talking about?
No.
American Movie is a documentary about Mike Bouchard, who is an independent filmmaker in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was, living with his mother and...
Very much. It's kind of an outsider kind of thing.
so outside, he doesn't really make movies.
We'll just watch a trailer. His sweet
Yeah, Mike.
buddy.
That was wicked, man. His whole life is making this one film. You have 2 hours tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and be an extra in a film. You get your name on the credits, man, as a producer.
Oh, Bill.
And of course, there'll be a whole crowd of people here, so we got to make a line where people can't go. Have a hell of a lot of assistant directors saying, hey, could you step back 5 feet? I think my mom's gonna have to end up going out in the woods.
I had my shopping to do.
Okay, you gotta spread apart that way. All of the extras have just fell through, except for Mike Schenk right there.
We used to do a lot of partying together, but I don't party anymore.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves.
Does everyone have brown gloves?
No, dude. I'm broke, man. I gotta get gas tomorrow. And dude's talking about making a feature film.
The name of the film is Coven.
Coven.
Coven. That's the proper pronunciation.
No. Coven
Love that
sounds
guy.
like oven, man, and that's just, it doesn't work. She wants to be in your film, Bill.
Oh my gosh.
You're getting your $3,000 back. It's the first line of the film, man. It's gotta be on the money.
It's all right.
Okay, I believe we can do this.
Shot 37 here where my head goes through the cover. Every time we got together, there was something that seemed to go wrong.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry I tried to put your head in this. Take 30. Cut. You gotta watch your teeth, too, because they clack a little bit when they loosen up in the mouth.
Oh, now I see there's a friend there.
Oh, no. What are you talking about, Ma? Check it out when you look at the scarecrows. You get it? Within weeks, the film will be cut and finished for multiple sales. What do you think about that?
Multiple sales to whom?
We get to see Americans and American dreams, and you won't walk away depressed after seeing this. This whole thing is turning into a theatrical mockery. You understand that, Mike?
No.
Well, you will. Buy this movie for $14.95.
Hell yeah, man.
If I can find 3,000 people like you across this country, man, I'm in business.
His friend is amazing.
So, what ended up? Have you seen the movie itself?
I haven't seen Coven.
It's on. Don't they have the movie as part of the? I feel like we did watch.
Did
Coven.
we?
So,
Because
like
it was
40
on the
minutes
DVD.
long.
So what ends up? Without ruining everything, where are we at these days? 'Cause that was-
He basically is known now as a personality. He's been on Family Guy. He's been on Letterman 5 times.
Really?
He and Mike, his friend, basically reprised their roles on things, and he's basically just a personality in the world now.
Right.
But he did make the movie, and he sold 5,000 copies as of 2004.
So kind of like Tommy Wiseau,
Yeah,
but not
crazy.
as popular, or not as
Or
popular,
famous.
or crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really sad, sweet, funny story. his uncle, that Bill, that guy he's like getting money from him, and he was at one point he's like, the filmmakers ask Bill how much money he has, and he's like, oh, $280,000, I think. So,
wow.
I get. Yeah, is he like the primary financier?
He got also like $10,000 from his dad, and then whenever Bill, like, that was made in 99, so Bill died and left him some money to finish his Northwestern film, which is the whole point of the making Coven, was to fund that, which is still in production.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Coven, the movie, I feel like the documentarians are following him around for something like 3 years.
Yeah, it
right?
is. It goes from like 95 to 98 or something like that.
Well, now you know.
So I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's very entertaining.
All right.
You guys ready to watch a minute?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is the minute prior.
Blow cells, where we sell good.